All right, the first story this week comes from India, where the All India Pickleball Association registered students from a particular school in India on the Duper rating platform, which is a system that I use. So it's a globally recognized pickleball rating system. The reason this is notable is that the students were deaf or had other disabilities, and that they learned how to play pickleball because their coach began using sign-based coaching and adaptive drills. So pickleball for everyone, and I absolutely love it. It's such an inclusive sport. Second story this week comes from Barbie, where there is a new Autistic Barbie in the Fashionistas line, developed over 18 months with the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network. So the doll includes noise-reducing headphones, a fidget spinner, a tablet, which is representing the augmentive and alternative forms of communication that some folks use. So this Barbie has received a little bit of flack, but ultimately it's been a pretty positive response. I mean, the flack's from sort of perpetuating stereotypes about autism, but ultimately these representations can reduce stigma. They can normalize these accommodations. The third story this week comes from Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, whose film production company, Artists Equity, is giving back-end bonuses to all 1,200 crew members on their Netflix film, The Rip. So historically, in the era of film studios, there's been profit sharing for A-list stars and producers who get a percentage of the back end. That's not how streamers work. And also, crew never gets a percentage of the back end. So the fact that they're taking a different model to streamers and that it impacts all of the crew is pretty significant. Definitely groundbreaking. So, good news from the boys. All right, the next story this week comes from Volvo, which has a new font, Volvo Centum, which is a custom typeface designed to make reading in-car text easier. So this actually works in 800 plus languages, and the idea is that it will reduce visual noise, helping riders scan dashboards and their infotainment easier. So the idea is about increasing safety, because hard to read interfaces can raise risk for people with low vision, for older drivers, and anyone else just experiencing cognitive overload. So very, very cool how changing the typeface can be a safety issue. All right, and the last story this week comes from Minecraft, and this is not news apparently, but it's news to me. So 6 years ago or so, Reporters Without Borders built the uncensored library inside of Minecraft. So the idea is that this is bypassing censorship, and folks from all over the world, even countries where there is censorship of media, are actually able to access these materials within the Minecraft library. So this was built over hundreds of hours with builders from 16 countries. Very, very cool. I love creative forms of subversion. So very, very cool. And this week's good vibe to go. It is Girl Scout cookie time. So it's time to buy Girl Scout cookies from Trans Scouts. So there's a list that Erin in the Morning has been collecting of trans Girl Scouts selling cookies, and I will share that link in the notes. Thank you so much. Keep shining your light. This is your proof of positive change. It is happening. And if you don't already subscribe to the 5 Things newsletter, you can get it at 5thingsdei.com.